Yeah, that's right. So thanks for having me, John. Nike's had, benefited over the last 3 years from the pandemic and stimulus in the United States.
Hey, Josh, yes, we got Nike set to report earnings after the bell on Thursday, and I want to just run through the numbers first that we are expecting from the retail giant.
It's crazy to think about just how much a simple sneaker can disrupt an entire industry. But that's exactly what Phil Knight did when he founded Nike way back in 1964. What started in Knight's trunk evolved into the gigantic brand we all know today. I think their story is so fascinating because it really shows how passion and perseverance can pay off in a big way. Like a lot of ideas that changed the world, Knight's vision for Nike began very humbly. As a runner in college, he was frustrated by the lack of comfortable shoe options on the market. Most athletic shoes at the time were made more for looks than performance. Knight saw an opportunity to build better shoes focused specifically on athletes' needs. After graduating from business school, he wrote a report on the importation of Japanese running shoes. It seemed like people might want a higher quality option, so he decided to take the plunge and make that vision a reality. In those early days, everything was totally DIY. Knight started by bringing shoes over from Onitsuka Tiger in Japan and selling them out of his car trunk. Can you imagine cold calling sporting goods stores from the parking lot to make sales? It must have taken serious dedication, but little by little, his brand Blue Ribbon Sports began to catch on. Knight was passionate about getting athletes' feedback and continuously improving designs based on real-world use. Word of mouth from satisfied customers grew sales steadily. Nike's humble beginnings and first-year budget. It's easy to forget just how small Nike's origins were, considering they're now a multi-billion-dollar powerhouse. But back in 1964, when Phil Knight first started his company Blue Ribbon Sports, money was tight to say the least. BRS kicked off with a minuscule budget of only $1,000 that Knight had saved up. At the time, all he could afford was a small space to store inventory in his basement. With no employees yet, Phil took on all the roles himself, from tracking orders to packing shipments late into the night after his day job. His lone supplier contract was with a small Japanese company called Onitsuka Tiger to distribute their shoes in the US. In exchange for sole distribution rights, Knight committed to purchase a minimum order of 300 pairs at $1.90 per shoe. That order alone wiped out nearly his entire startup funds. Slowly but surely, BRS started gaining traction in the running community through word of mouth. By the end of 1965, Knight estimated his first-year revenue was around $8,000 thanks to those gritty initial efforts. While hardly anything by today's standards, it proved there was a market and commitment from athletes to support a brand solely focused on their needs. How Nike gained worldwide fame. Nike has achieved incredible worldwide fame over the past 50 years. But it wasn't always that way. They had to work hard for every bit of recognition. Let's look at how Nike rose from humble beginnings to becoming a household name. In the early 1970s, Nike, then Blue Ribbon Sports, started gaining traction with runners thanks to shoes like the Cortez. Happy customers spread the word, fueling steady growth. Meanwhile, founder Phil Knight pumped money into research, constantly improving their performance kicks. A major breakthrough was the 1972 waffle sole, providing better traction than competitors. Top athletes like Steve Prefontaine took notice after dominating races in the new design. Their success raised Nike's profile within the running community. In 1973, Nike achieved a first by signing University of Oregon star Pre to an endorsement deal. Seeing this elite athlete wear the swoosh during global competitions was invaluable exposure. Sales skyrocketed as the brand established credibility with serious joggers. The 1980s marked Nike's mainstream explosion. Iconic ads with legends like Michael Jordan and Bo Jackson not only moved product, they helped define a generation. The now ubiquitous "Just Do It" slogan represented a cultural shift. Stores struggled to keep shelves stocked amid skyrocketing demand. Nike expanded globally through basketball tournaments overseas. Cities without NBA teams rocked Jordan jerseys thanks to the hype. By the 1990s, Nike had cemented its place at the forefront of streetwear. Collaborations disrupted fashion. Even competitors acknowledged Nike's connection to fans through iconic symbols people proudly displayed. Today, Nike sponsors everything from pros to playgrounds. Beloved silhouettes never go out of style. The swoosh sits among the most distributed logos globally. Nike's success proves the power of innovation, marketing, and fulfilling an athlete's need to just do it. Michael Jordan's iconic affiliation with Nike. The partnership between Nike and Michael Jordan is arguably one of the most successful brand collaborations in history. Simply put, their joining of forces completely transformed both entities and defined an era. Let's dive into how this legendary affiliation took shape. In 1984, the rising NBA star's rookie contract with Adidas was set to expire. Several major brands were chasing Jordan as the next big name to sponsor, but Phil Knight saw MJ's unprecedented talent and charisma as the perfect opportunity to take the fledgling basketball business to new heights. In a now-famous meeting, Knight appealed to Jordan's competitive fire, arguing Nike would unleash unprecedented resources to celebrate his dominance and create a cultural movement. While other brands pitched low six-figure deals, Nike offered $500,000 right off the bat. Jordan was intrigued by their ambitious vision. From then on, the floodgates opened. Photos of Air Jordans dropping from the sky in TV spots became iconic worldwide. Gorgeous ad campaigns framed MJ not just as a superstar athlete, but an inspiring figure challenging fans to be like Mike. Product designs paid homage to career milestones. On the court, Jordan lifted the sport to new popularity heights. Off it, sold-out sneaker drops became headline news. Cities without NBA teams had more Jordan jerseys than home teams thanks to marketing brilliance. People who'd never played ball copped kicks just to feel part of the hype. Throughout the 80s and 90s, the duo broke all existing records together as Jordan conquered championships and Nike's business took off. Successful footwear and apparel lines earned the swoosh billions annually for decades after. MJ himself became one of the first athlete billionaires largely thanks to the swoosh. In a true symbiotic relationship, Jordan supercharged Nike while Nike helped Jordan transcend to more than an athlete, cementing his immortal legacy. Two icons that shaped an entire era. Two current icons they sponsor. With their partnership with Cristiano Ronaldo, Nike was able to create an international powerhouse brand in CR7. Through clever marketing of not just cleats but also lifestyle apparel and social campaigns spotlighting Ronaldo's drive and passion, Nike amplified his inspiration to a massive global audience. Ronaldo in turn helped Nike break into lucrative new European soccer markets. Similarly, Nike's long-term support of LeBron James since he was a teen has elevated both parties to new heights. From performance gear to action-packed commercials, Nike has fueled James' greatness on the court, while James brings blockbuster marketing value through his championships and acclaimed more than an athlete image. Both relationships demonstrate Nike's knack for identifying icons and empowering them to inspire millions through a fusion of products, storytelling, and shared principles. As we conclude this incredible journey through the rise of Nike from ground zero to a billion-dollar empire, remember that every colossal success story starts with a single step. Nike's evolution from humble beginnings to global dominance is a testament to the power of determination, innovation, and unwavering belief in a vision. Let Nike's story be an inspiration, a reminder that greatness is not solely defined by where you start, but by the relentless pursuit of excellence and the willingness to push boundaries. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and share it with your friends. See you in the next video.